check out this video. Now here's Buddy, a micro. I just opened the window. You can see him turning the camera the way that I want to turn it. See that rectangle? That one-dimensional sheet. Alright? You know, we call these oars, but they're really a one-dimensional disc. And that was Buddy. And you know, you've seen him before, but I don't know if you realize what you're really looking at. And you'll see him out here. And I cooked dinner. You know, we had some bacon, BLTs, and so it was supposed to snow tonight. And I went out, and it was just drizzling, but not enough to create anything, you know, as far as like psychedelic stuff. And you can see Buddy, he just goes nuts out there. I love it when he goes out there because he's just full of it. And
go get it.
There's more than one right there. And I don't know how many go out entirely. I've never been able to take a head count. Since Buddy's been here, it's never just been one. It's always been 3, 4, 5, I don't know. And but I've caught a bunch of them, you know, like in the beginning, but they never came out. You know, it's like they kept them hid or just didn't want them out here freaking me out until here lately. And you know, when I start cooking the hamburger and stuff, then that's when they start coming out by the hundreds. And what I'm doing right now is I walked away from the camera, and I'm going to get the lamp and bring that out. My LED light, that the batteries are shot on it. So eventually I'll be back with the lamp. You can see the neighbor back in the background. You can see Buddy, look how lit up he is. And that's another thing that I noticed tonight. I mean, he is he is rumped up and ready. He's nice and bright. We lose a little bit of quality when we come into photo. And but he's made up for a little bit of that. I brought him out at night, you know, and there would be no bugs, you know, you don't see any rods, so-called rods. Here we go, I showed up with the lamp, and yeah, I couldn't run those because he was just too faint when I would process him through photos.
Buddy.
So that was him there. And I'm going to have this so we can hear me in the background. I noticed that there's hardly any grinding or moaning. When you slow down the video, you will experience that. But I'm not hearing that. And I downloaded the amp tonight, but I don't think it had anything to do with this. It was for YouTube and Facebook. That was Buddy right there. I called him.
Looking good.
And he showed up on the counter 113. And that was weird. I like that. There's some interesting shots in here. If you start seeing Buddy like this, and then when we go into the snow or the rain, you'll be able to, you know, like notice them. There he goes. When that came back, it sounds like he hits a camera because you'll hear a little pop. There was a car here that honked in the background, and they're really sensitive to noise. Their whole body probably acts like an ear, you know, little subtle things. Because I know when they'll be headed for the sheet, the black sheet on the wall, and I'll say something, it'll startle them, you know, like they won't even cross it. Unless there's hamburger going on, oh boy, then they don't pay attention to really not much of anything. Buddy will, but the others won't. And then it's weird because you can stick your hand out there and they'll come up like you're trying to feed them. You know, Buddy will do it because, you know, we've been doing it for a while. You take those little flashes and slow them down. They're more interesting slowed way down. And, you know, like 25 times. I don't know what I'm doing with the camera. I'm looking around. I'm checking things out. I got a lamp in front of me and I'm sticking my arm out the window. And so it gets cumbersome and I get a little wiggly and jiggly. That's why I just like to take my camera, set it right down on the ledge and leave it alone. And, you know, for that to come up like that, just boom, hello, and then gone. You know, I know he's in stealth mode when he does that. He's invisible. And I don't think he does that to sneak up on things. I think he does that so things don't get him. I watched Secure Team 10 tonight. He had done this video once before, he said, but he wanted to keep this on top. It dealt with lightning and whatnot, some of the objects that were in it. I liked it. It was a good one. Oh, what's